Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great day today. My name's Cody, and I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, so we have a bit of a different job today on the farm here. So what I need to do actually is get this little cabin here jacked up, put on rollers, and moved. We're having it moved to a new location, somewhere that's just going to change things up a little bit. So my best estimate is around 60,000 pounds for this thing is what she weighs there. So moving it is a bit of a challenge, there's no doubt about that, but I moved it actually from these back trees right back here. It was at the back of the property, and I was able to roll it up to here a couple of years ago. And so anyway, I'm just going to try to get this thing jacked up, put on the rollers, and see if we can't get it moved. So it should be a pretty straightforward day, but let's see how it goes. It's built on these skid plates. You can see there's one in the middle of the screen there, and there are 4 of them in total. So what I do is I put these rollers, these guys here, under 2 of the skids on each side, and then I can hook this thing up with some chains and just roll it along, and kind of goes pretty slick that way. Once all 8 rollers are under there, I've got 2 extra rollers that I kind of put in front of the unit as I'm dragging it, so that way you always can kind of pick from the back, move them forward, you know, just think about Stonehenge or the pyramids, if you can think in your mind how they move those big stones. I'm assuming it's quite similar, because I'm not the brightest bulb in the pack, but if I was able to figure out how to do this, those guys were a lot smarter than me, so I'm sure that's how they did it. But that goes pretty slick. So I've got 4 here, I need to get 4 on the other side. Have successfully got the cabin here jacked up. We took it off of its pillar blocks here, this guy, and the other footing and those sorts of things, and I've been able to get the rollers under all of the skids at the bottom there, so everything's looking good. As far as rolling now, we should have it all set to go. The next step is I've got a bunch of chains that I just wrap around the whole thing, and then use that chains to wrap it around here to pull it. I've tried in the past to create like solid contact points that I hook onto with the chain, but it's just too heavy for anything like that. They just keep pulling out on me, and rather than get down to the frame and try to figure out a better system for that, I just wrap it in chains and pull it. So that's pretty much it for that stage of the plan. Everything went super smoothly there. Like I say, I think this building's around 60,000 pounds, so not bad for my 3-ton jack there, but a little bit overloaded perhaps, but she got the job done. Hey, there we go. So that's going awesome. It's so much easier than last year when I was in the trees back there fighting uphill, downhill, no good traction. It's just mud and weeds. But so far we're going really smoothly, you know. It's still super dangerous, obviously, you know, so make sure you go slow. Yeah, really slow. Watch what you're doing, and it's going pretty smoothly so far. So basically all I'm doing right now is I need to push the trailer or the cabin more this way, and then I'm going to switch around, hook on the other side, and then pull it down the road this way. So I've got to probably move it maybe 600 feet, 700 feet in and around that area. But as you can see, it's pretty slow going, but that's okay. I love this. This is super fun. Just to see it move. Like I said, 60,000 pounds, you know, the tractor, she can pull a bit, but just putting it up on those like 8-inch round fence posts, you know, she's going so smooth, and I'm loving it. So I'm just gonna keep picking away at this and see how far I can get for the rest of the day. Okay, so the first phase is done, well, or second phase, whatever you want to call this one. First phase, I guess, was getting it lifted up onto the logs. Second phase was I had to pull it forwards so I could create some more space on this side, so I can now kind of come out and pull into the driveway. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but yeah, I think I've got a great runway now to be able to pull it forward. It's going to be a bit of a turn to get onto the road here, but that's okay. She's been going so far pretty smooth. A little tight here. I actually had to move the fire truck, which is fine. I just hooked up and pulled easily, and then really close to the trees here, but nothing broken. I think in another life maybe I would have been a surgeon. Probably not. But anyway, now I need to get these chains off, put them so they're going the other direction, and then I can start pulling in the other direction. So let's get on to that. I'd also like to point out that these logs are probably close to 100 pounds a piece, so every time I've got to move one, it's just pick one of these up from a deadlift and move it to the front. So there's a lot of energy out today, but it's a fun process, and it's working, and it's fantastic. So let's keep moving. Well, it's moving along pretty good, as you can see. You know, we're rolling here really good. It's getting late in the day though, and I think we might have some photographers coming for our sunflower field. So I think I'm going to call it a day here, guys. I'll probably pick up again with a video tomorrow just to get this project finished. But it's in a good place now. It's kind of out of the way, so if a photographer does come, you know, they're not driving right up to it, or it's not blocking a roadway. So I think it's as good a place as any to stop here. But yeah, I will do a cool transition, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, good morning and welcome back everybody for day 2 of the cabin move today. So we're back here fresh, ready for another fun day trying to get this cabin moved. But before I get onto that, I just have a few orders I need to get picked for the honesty stand down there at the market. So I'm just gonna head out into the fields and get some of those things picked and then set up, and then we can get back to our move. There we go. So I got the order all picked here. I got about 10 bunches of these baby carrots. So now I'm just going to bring them down to the market there and set them up. It's on the honesty system as well, so a little honesty stand, but it seems to go pretty good. I've had a lot of people ask for these little guys. They like them when they're small before they start to get big, you know, but I think that's fantastic. So I'm going to get these set up, and then we're getting back to the main event here with that cabin move. There we go, guys. I'm making the turn around the driveway here. You can kind of see we're heading down the roadway now, and turns are always a little bit hard because, like I say, the differential on this doesn't exist, so turning's impossible. But if you go slow, you line them up properly, it goes pretty good. But I'm going to get back to moving these rollers. Okay, there we go. We got the cabin around the power pole behind us there. She was a tight fit and might have touched, I don't know. I'm not going to confirm or deny that statement, but she's through there and there's no damage to either thing. So that's fantastic. That's really good. Now we just had to come down this little bit of a hill here, you see, and then we got to do a 90-degree turn into this clearing here. So where the cabin eventually is going to sit is actually right where Igloo was built, if you remember that. So I got to come down the hill a little bit, do a 90-degree turn somehow, and then drag it into that clearing there. So yeah, let's fire up and get going. We're coming into the final turn right now, and like I said, there's no steering on this, there's no differential, anything like that. So you basically control the cabin via these two chains here, and depending on how you have them hooked up, the tractor's going to pull it one way or the other. So right now I need this end to come towards me. So what I'm going to do is just readjust the chains here, move it down a few links. There we go. And now when she bites, it's going to come more pressure on this side, which will help swing it that way. At least that's what I'm hoping. There we go. So you see how that adjustment kind of just straightened out the cabin back here. And it's just those little fine adjustments that you have to make when you're moving something like this. You don't really get a second chance to get it steered in there. So first time, super important to get it done right. But we're just getting up, like I say, now to that final turn. And double-edged sword here. We're on a bit of a hill, so I find that this wants to start to move on its own now, which is terrifying. And we also have to turn it. So two problems that we need to overcome here. Let's see how I figure that out. Okay, there we go, everybody. I think for all intents and purposes, this is going to be the final resting place for the cabin. We got her moved. I still need to get the rollers out from under there, lift it up, take those out, block it, make sure that it's nice and level. And then of course I've got to move the truck down here too, but I'm hoping that the truck is a little bit easier than she was here. But yeah, that's it. What a fantastic day. I think the setting back here, it doesn't really show all that well in the camera, but it's nice with the pine trees there and the cabin. And I think it's just going to be an awesome opportunity to build up like a fresh new set for our photographers and their clients. So it was a couple of tight corners in there, you know, but we got it done, and that's the best part, you know. A few hang-ups, but nothing major, right? As long as you stay positive, keep pushing through, eventually you'll get to where you want to go. But that was 2 heavy, hard days. I'm exhausted. I'm going to call it a day here. But if you were able to watch this and enjoy it, I really thank you for spending time with me. I really do appreciate it, guys. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Whatever you get up to for the rest of the day there, guys, I hope you have a great day. So until next time, take care, and we'll catch you later. Bye now.